Against? Abstentions? That amendment is lost. So we now revert to the substantive motion. I have Councillor Aquarone and then Councillor Rowett.
Thank you. This is a slightly strangely worded motion in a couple of ways, mainly because no one, unless you're really into conspiracy stuff, is trying to ban cash. The access issue is actually to banking facilities in our experience. And in North Norfolk, nearly every town has lost a bank branch in the past 18 months. 3 towns alone have lost their last one, which means they've got no access to counter services at all beyond the limited scope of the ones offered by post office counters, which are of course welcome. This issue affects a really wide range of people, small businesses that rely on access to cash deposits and coinage services, the growing number of people who in these straitened times are using cash to help manage their money. And it's worth noticing that last year saw an increase in the usage of cash across the country. There are those people who need also to be able to speak to their banks. I'm what's known in some circles as a smartphone-toting millennial, but even I get sent to bank branch from time to time, and I now have to go to Norwich. The solution to all these issues is bank hubs. They're like single bank branches, but with a counter service available every day and a different bank taking residence on each day of the week. When Councillor Adams and I visited a bank hub in Acton in West London, we saw how the bank in residence that day, a Monday, was able to help a customer seeking to set up lasting power of attorney, another one who needed help accessing services. It's not just cash. These bank hubs are a proven concept, and they're hugely popular in Norfolk too. In fact, we've got 2 in the pipeline coming to parts of Norfolk, but none in North Norfolk. And since the proposer of this motion insists on trying to buff the reputation of our current MP for now by mentioning their name, I would say this: he might talk a good game, but his approach to this has been profoundly superficial. Don't get me wrong, he does write about it. He's even written to people about it as part of his taxpayer-funded round robins, which he has later found to have breached the stationery rules with and forced to repay nearly £5,000 last year. Perhaps talk isn't quite so cheap after all. But on bank hubs, which he has singularly so far failed to call for, the real campaign work has been done by ward members, Tim Adams, leader of the District Council, and myself. We're the ones who've set out the business case for bank hubs. We've hosted multiple visits by the people that run them and maintain the pressure through public campaigning to stem the tide of yet more rural services leaving our communities. It is these solutions and these actions that will achieve the outcome that I think this motion is commendably trying to achieve. If it is withdrawn and reconsidered on the basis of what I've said, I'd be glad to support it, but on this occasion I can't. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Rowett.